Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Myself Ganesh. Today we are talking about the topic that is the VPC endpoint. So VPC endpoint basically we are using in the replace of this NAT gateway. So always we are using NAT gateway, and this NAT gateway is very costly while transferring our data using this NAT gateway. So the bill amount is very much high as compared to this VPC endpoint. So whatever the services which we are using internally like ES3 bucket or some other services, so that services will access it using this VPC endpoints without internet. So this VPC endpoint always connect with our private subnets. So this public subnet will connect with my internet, and this using this internet EC2 server we can connect our private EC2 instance, and under this private EC2 instance we are connected our private subnet, and this VPC endpoint will connect with our private subnet only. So using this VPC endpoint we will reduce the cost while accessing our services. So let's start our demonstration. So first we will create our VPC. So under this VPC you need to create one new VPC. I am giving the name that is the VPC endpoint 1, giving the range that is 10.0.0/16. Create VPC. Here we need to create one subnet. Here we need to create two subnet, that is one is the public subnet and second one is the private subnet. So first I am creating my public subnet, and this public subnet will connect with the internet gateway. Here you need to select this availability zone 1A. Here I am assigning, this is my public, that's why I am assigning 0.0.0/24. This is my one subnet. Another subnet I am going to create, that is the private subnet. Here I need to select my VPC, and here I am going to select the same availability zone, and here I need to specify our private network 1.0. I am going to specify it. You can specify as per your requirement. So for demo purpose you can create this same thing, so you will get the access which we are doing. Now I am going to create internet gateway, doing the name internet gateway 1. Click on route subnet. Here we need to create one route, that is the private hyphen route, and I need to select our VPC. Here it is created. Another route I need to create, that is public hyphen route, and same VPC I need to select it. So it is asking for my root password. We are doing in the Mumbai region. So what settings we have did, we need to check it first. Private route we have created, so now we will create our public route. Okay, public hyphen route, and you need to select your VPC and just create it. So these settings we have done. Now we need to attach our internet gateway with our VPC. So just click on internet gateway and just attach it using this option. Here you need to select your VPC. Now it is connected. Go to route table. Under this route table, here is the public route. So under this public route, first you need to specify the path. So this internet will access to your public subnet. You need to specify the internet gateway path and just close it. Here you need to associate. So here we need to associate our public subnet. Okay. So these settings we have done. Now another option, that is the endpoint. So this is my endpoint. So using this endpoint we will create it first. So basically under this AWS service there are three options. So for this AWS service we will check for this ES3 bucket we will access it using this private subnet. So we need to select our ES3 gateway. So this is my ES3 gateway, right? So just I need to select it, and here you need to select your VPC which you have created, and here you need to select your private subnet. So this endpoint will connect with your private subnet, and using this private subnet it will connect with your service, that is your ES3 service which you want to access without internet. Here it is available now. Now I am going to create two EC2 instance. Going to launch it. This is my Linux machine. I am going to launch it first in the public. In public we need to enable it, so it will get the public IP address. Go to next. If you want to assign some tag, I am going to assign tag, that is the public server. Go to security. If you want to create new security, you can give the name endpoint security group 1 SSH, and here I am going to specify the HTTP code anywhere, just review and launch. Here I am going to create new key with the name endpoint key. Endpoint key, now it is now endpoint key, the people endpoint is already exist. Key 1, okay, we are giving this name because this key is already present, so I am giving 1. Launch instance, just check view instance. So it will take some time to launch it, so till the time we will create another EC2 instance under this private subnet. Here you need to select the same VPC and under this private, so here you need to disable it so it will not get this public IP address, and we will connect our private subnet EC2 instance with the public subnet EC2 instance. So here I am assigning the name, that is the private server. assigning same existing endpoint service group, launch it, same existing key I'm going to select it, that is the endpoint key 1, right? Endpoint key 1, and just I acknowledge it and just click on launch view instance. Now it's going to launch. First we need to select our public server and try to access this server using this public. So I'm going to minimize it and open our putty same. Here we need to load that key which you have downloaded. Under this all endpoint 1, we need to save it under this desktop, giving the name as endpoint key 1. Save it and close it. Open your putty, just paste your public IP address, and or you need to browse it and select that key. Endpoint key 1, just open it. Now your EC2 instance is now going to launch it. So just I am going to log in it using this EC2 hyphen user. Here sudo space su, so you will get the root access. Now the key we have downloaded, so just open it under this notepad and just copy it. Okay, so before copy it, first we need to check the private IP address of my private server. So go to private server and check their private IP address. So this is my private IP address. Here I am going to create one file vi space and giving the name that is the endpoint key dot pem. Okay, under it we need to copy this key, copied it. Now I am going to save it. SSS space hyphen I, giving this key name space EC2 hyphen user at the rate, and as I specify that private IP address, just copy it and paste it of my private EC2 instance. Now this server is accessible, right? Bad permission, something went wrong. Okay, hard to open. Okay, so we need to check either this key is correct or not. If suppose anything goes wrong, it will not detect. We need to again copy it. Okay. I'm going to give the permission chmod space 700 space endpoint, and via endpoint, under that we need to copy it again. Okay, first I'm going to close it and again I'm going to open it under this notepad and copied it, Control A. I'm going to select it again and just paste it, save it, and checking same command. Yeah, now the server is now accessible to me, right? So this is my private instance which I have access. Okay, now I am going to change their appearance. Okay, so now go to under services and check your S3 bucket. For S3 bucket, we have given this permission to our endpoint, so that endpoint will access that S3 service which we have specified, right? So under that S3 bucket, there is one bucket. So first I need to remove that bucket. First we need to empty it and remove it. Okay. So now there is no bucket is created under this CS3, and this is my Linux machine. This is my private Linux machine under this private subnet. So now I am going to use, that is the AWS space config the. So this command you need to use, and here it is asking for this AWS access key ID. So this ID you will get from your account. So here is the option security credential. So under this security credential you need to download that Excel file. Here is the access key, and create new access key, and you need to download it. So once it download, we will paste that key. I'm going to open it. It will take some time. So basically we are accessing our services. So which service you want to access, so you can easily access it using this endpoint. So there is no charge will apply. So there is some nominal charges will apply while transferring your data over this endpoint, so but it is negligible. Just I am going to check it again either this root key is opening or not. Yeah, now this key is now open, and you can see this my ID. This is my ID. You need to just copy it and paste it here. Now it is asking for AWS secret access key. So here is the secret access key. Just click on it and just copy it. Default region, I am not going to select any default region. So now I am under this my account which I have access, that is my Yes Rachna. So this is my account, I have access using this access key. Now you can check it using this command AWS space S3 space ls. So there is nothing inside this S3 bucket, so it will not reflect anything under this S3 bucket. It's taking some time to reflect it because there is no data available. I'm going to create one bucket inside it. So using this command AWS space S3 space MB, that is the make bucket space S3 colon double slash, and giving the bucket name as Ganesh. So this bucket will create using this command. You can check either this bucket is now creating or not. Actually it's look something went wrong. yes 3, still it is not reflected. So yeah, it is not reflected. So first I need to check my settings under this endpoint, or we need to assign that endpoint to the route. Actually we need to check our route, and here mm, private subnet, here is the route and edit. Here you can add and specify the path, that is the endpoint. No, actually there is no option to specify internet gateway, because under this endpoint we have already assigned that private subnet, so there is no need to assign here only. What's wrong with that? Again I need to check whether this command is working or not. No, still it is not connected. Okay. Ping space 8.8.8.8. Yeah, it's perfect. Actually internet is not accessible, so this command are good. Okay, first we will check again either this bucket be visible or not. So just I am creating one bucket, that is name having this gun MIET, and just creating under this Mumbai region. Now you can see this bucket is now created, and just I am checking it again. AWS space S3 space ls. Still it is not reflecting, something went wrong because this command is not working totally. I am going to exit it from this server and going to log in it again. Here it is login under this network. Here I need to use some command, that is sudo space su. I need to go inside this root credential and check this AWS space configure, and here I need to use my key which I have downloaded. Might be it's due to some user, because I have not specified this root user, so that problem may be occur. Okay, select. Now you can check AWS space ls space s3. Yeah, now it is working, right? Because of this root login, I don't have root login that time. EC2 user I have used, so it is not reflected. So AWS space s3 space ls. So using this command you will get this output. So these are the list of commands you can use. Multiple commands you can use under this, but still it is not reflecting. Don't know why it is not reflecting, but this is the method you can use to use your VPC endpoint to access your services which are connected. You can connect it using your private subnet. So I will fix that issue because it is not reflecting right now. Don't know where it's wrong, but definitely I will tell you in the next video, in upcoming video, if suppose this problem will detect. Because this demo also we will cover under some lambda function, so we will cover this part. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. We will cover this remaining demo under this, because 2 3 commands we need to use. Like first command we have used, that is this aws s3 space ls. Second command we have created mb using this mb aws space s3 space ls space mb, that is the make bucket. And under this s3 colon double slash, and if suppose I am giving the name m 2011, so it will create the new bucket. Yeah, now it is reflecting some options, that is the ls is the wrong option, I think. Ls you need to remove it. So using this command you can create the new bucket. Once this bucket will create, you can check it using this ls. Same command you need to specify, and just remove that mb with your ls. So this command you can check the list of the buckets, and if you want to remove that particular bucket, you need to use, that is the rd. This command you can use to remove your bucket. So now this is not connected properly, so I am going to remove it manually from this console management. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video.